Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Um, I just saw you. Okay, I am going to do a review of this little gadget that fits in the palm of your hand, and it's called a pulse stimulator. That's what it says on the box. Okay, what it says actually is pulse stimulation. So that would make this a pulse stimulator, right? This is a trip, everybody. This is a trip. Okay. Now, as far as helping me to sleep, I I I can't. I have been sleeping better the last couple of nights, but I got to do it a little bit longer and see. Okay, on the back you will see. Now this actually connects. You hold it in your hand, and it's got a frequency that connects with your brain waves. Now it doesn't hurt, and it doesn't make you feel any certain way, like weird or anything. But on the back, let's see. Okay, you see there, it's on, and it's on one. You hit plus, and it'll tell you, okay. Okay, so it just skipped around from 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and this part, it's this part right here. I got to turn it down though because it doesn't hurt. That scared me, actually. That is way too high. 4, I can put it in my palm. I put it in your palm, and you can see, and just hit up until you can slightly feel the pulse in your hand. Now I put it up to 10, and Lonnie says he cannot feel it, but he has really calloused hands. So maybe if you have really calloused hands, you might not be able to feel it. I put it in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I felt them all. 10 is way too much. But in the directions, it will tell you that it could be calming for depression and anxiety if you put it in your left hand. I hope I'm saying this right because I can't read it without like extra magnifying. So you put this where the silver is in the palm of your hand, and you will feel the pulse stimulation, and it connects with your brains. 20 minutes in your left hand for anxiety and depression, and it does give you a calming sense, if that makes any sense. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. But this little gadget was only $5 and change. So, maybe check it out. It might work for you. Like I've said, I have slept better the past couple of nights. And maybe it's the skeptic in me that wants to be like, whatever, you know what I mean? But I I can feel it. You can feel it. And so you have your up and your down and your mode. Okay. So you can change the mode, and it says excited. It will say excited on there. So if you change the mode, it says different things, and in the directions, that's what tells you what hand to put it in. Now, for 20 minutes before you lay down, like if you're just sitting there, maybe you have a routine before bed. I do have a tendency to be like, give me my screens because I got to look at stuff. And I think a lot of us might be like that. It's very hard. It's very hard. And this feels weird. So I really hope that it's not doing anything weird. Thank you all for not clowning on me for the one video where my I I think it's hilarious. I think it's super hilarious. I didn't even notice because when I would look down, you could see it, but when I would look up, it looked normal. And so, oh my gosh, so crazy. And the couple of you that said your lash is falling off, thank you so much. That is very sweet. I thought it was all hilarious, and there was no way that I was filming that whole video over again. But getting back to this little pulse stimulator, it is so it looks so high tech, I mean, it is pretty high tech. Something so high tech that does something so simple. And I have no bad reactions, no easy stuff going on in my brain. I have read a little bit about this type of technology, And it's like the good part of all of this new technology in a sense, especially a lot of the new stuff, AI, that kind of stuff, it scares the crap out of me because I think we're going a lot faster than what we should. But when you have, and then you've got the military industrial complex that uses whatever they want, from these amazing scientists that do all this hard work, and they create these cool things that to really help humanity, and then it goes to the military industrial complex. So it's kind of a bummer. It's a big bummer. But this little piece of technology is very cool. I do recommend it. It does say in the directions that if you have a pacemaker, any kind of internal um, devices, not, they didn't mention like steel or nuts and bolts, for fixing the bones, but they said devices like a pacemaker, that you should not use this. And that's probably very wise to not use it. But other than that, it's, you know, safe and simple. And I would like you to all let me know if you get this. Let me know how it works for you. I'm curious. I had never seen this hauled before. I never knew anything like this existed. And it's like I call it like my little egg because it, it's just a little egg. And it gives you this, it's hard to explain. The easiest way for me to explain it is, do you remember back in the day where we would put the needle through our hand and then we'd go like this and there would be like a little bit of a twinge, a little bit, that feeling? That's kind of what it feels like. It's not like an electrical bolt. It just feels like you can feel something is passing through your nerves. It's not painful. I myself have carpal tunnel in my right hand, and in my left hand, not as bad as my right hand. And I put it up to 10. And as far as feeling it, you can feel it. It just, it wasn't comfortable for me to be at that level. But it could be for you. You go from 1 all the way to 10. So, yeah, check this out. If you know someone that has a hard time sleeping, and it's not just for sleep, it's also anxiety and depression. And for a non pharmaceutical uh, way to get help with that, I am always for it, because, I have to take a pharmaceutical, a low dose pharmaceutical for, okay, just be out there. I take Paxil. I know it's horrible, and I take the lowest dose, but it stops me from crying all the time. You don't want to see me here crying and blubbering, right? I don't want to be like that. And it's really, really rough. And it seems that that is the only thing that helps me. And, I still do have very emotional breakdowns, that type of thing, because, dealing with the sadness. So maybe longer term use of this might help me with that. I don't know. We'll see. But please let me know what you think of this and if you get it. And yeah, I I think it's a cool little deal. I think it is a very cool little deal. So let me know what you think about it. This is my little review of my little pulsating egg pulse stimulator. I think that's what it's called because the front of the box says pulse stimulation. So check it out. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, for this review. I will have more shorts and more videos coming up with the quickness this week. It's going to be busy. Um, I'm so grateful again. We are 1,000 strong, over 1,000 strong. You all rock. You know what I'm saying. You all rock. You all are awesome. And I love you. Please be good humans.